imagine having to organize hundreds of bills, invoices, financial documents each month. I spend days doing this for my own company, and accountants do it every day. While I'm not an accountant, I do it for my own company, so I know my real numbers, and for personally myself, so I know my own financials as well. This is 80% of accountants' job. They keep the documents organized in the right systems, so everything is correct. This is a very painful and manual process, at least painful to me. And I've spent a lot of time on it, too much time than I wanted. But now with AI and no-code tools, we can easily automate something like that, which is what you will see in this video. Basically how I've automated 80% of my accountants and my own job, so that they can spend only 20% of the time on my company and do the important work. So basically 80% of their job has been automated with the use of AI, and they nearly lost the job with my company. So I'll go into the details of exactly how you can build a system like this for yourself, and kind of how I built it in the way that it works for the last 6 months, and it saved me over 30 days of manually going through documents from attachments, PDFs, Google Drive files, and so on. So the system is built on totally without any code. It's just make.com, which is a no-code platform that automates business processes. The plans start at $10 a month, so not much at all. And then for the AI, we're using OpenAI newest model, which is GPT-4o, which can analyze images. So in this case, this will be our PDFs that we're having from our vendors or anyone else, like freelancers who sent us a bill in the form of a PDF or a picture of any sort of a receipt. And so make.com will let us automate the process, and OpenAI will do the it will analyze all of the documents. So a connection of both those platforms will let us automate 80% of an accountant's job, which is what I've done for myself for the last 6 months. So to go into a bit more detail, but very simply putting it, this is how it works. So you have to imagine that we have a vendor or a partner that sends us a bill for a service that they've done to us, and it typically will be through an email with the attachment in the PDF. So in make.com you can use these nodes, which each one is a connection to the platform where you can do some form of an action. So in this case you can see that we're having Gmail here, which is going to watch our emails. And so if a new email comes to this specific inbox and it can match a filter, for example, like an invoice in the subject, it then will download this attachment and then go into OpenAI to analyze the image that this PDF is, or whatever form this invoice comes in. If we go into here, there is actually a prompt I'm using. So actually the prompt I'm using is this, which is we're telling it what the AI is getting. We're giving it the steps to do OCR process, extract the following fields, positions, handle different invoice formats, it handles errors, and does the JSON output. So it's a way for us to make sure that to each variable there is a specific value assigned, so that we can input it into the system so we can see our real numbers. So going forward, then it puts it into a database like Google Sheets, for example, which I'm sure everyone is familiar with, so that we know which invoice came when and from who, and whether it was handled properly. Then it uploads it to a Google Drive, to the correct folder in the Google Drive that is based on the date of the invoice. So after reading the invoice, it then gets it gets the date, and based on the date, it inputs it to the right folder of the month. And then it puts into, for example, QuickBooks, which is a financial software where you can see in real time every day what are your numbers, how much you've spent, how much you've made, and basically nice graphs of your business finances without any delay, without any manual work. So the way I've actually done it for myself is there are two ways I'm getting my bills. One is through emails, which I just went through, and this is the process of actual finished process of what it takes to automate everything when it comes to the when invoice is hitting my inbox up to the point of input into the financial software, and then a database entry and actually moving the email to the correct folder based on the date. So I know this email and this invoice has been taken care of, which I will go through in a second, but also there is a second way to do this, which is sometimes you don't get an invoice in an email, and I don't want to send myself emails all the time. So instead, if you need to download an email, or you get it through Slack, or you need to log into some form of a SaaS dashboard to download the invoice, what you can do is you can just upload it to one folder that's always the same, which is like new invoices, which is what this process is for here. So we upload the bill to a folder new invoices, and then gets taken care of and processed through the same process as before, which is it's being downloaded, analyzed by AI, put into the database, and put into the financial software. But I'll go through the email process, as I think it is more straightforward and easier kind of to understand. So going through it very in detail, we first watch emails that come in. So every day this will fire off and check whether new emails came in to a specific inbox. For me, I've set it up so that it actually I have one inbox where all my invoices come to, which is the easiest way to do it, but you can also have your normal inbox and then just filter through for the word invoice or bill. And then we use a node in make.com that's called iterate attachments. That means we're downloading the attachment, we're adding a row to a database so that a new attachment has been downloaded. And then if it hasn't been downloaded, we're actually adding a row with different value, which just means that we couldn't download the PDF for some reason. Doesn't happen often. We then use Cloud Convert node to convert the file from PDF to PNG or JPEG, which is a photo. That's because OpenAI can only read photos. It cannot read PDFs. That's free, up to 25 documents a day. So very easy process. If something happens, we have a break here so that it saves our errors. Then we use the analyze image vision with the prompt that I've shown in the past. It then generates a JSON code, whereas we have our values basically. Then we wait for 30 seconds so that our Google Sheets are always up to date. They take some time. And then we search for rows. So basically here what we're saying is, if we've read this invoice, it shouldn't really be already in the database, but we want to check whether it is, because sometimes somebody will send you invoice 2 times or something like that. And so if it already is in the database, then we update a row and say duplicate. But if it isn't, then we go to the next step where we search for rows once again, just to have the number of it. And then based on whether it was paid or it wasn't paid, we put it into the right place. So in this search rows, we're actually getting the data of whether the invoices are paid automatically or not. This is just an a spreadsheet that I've created for myself, which is like some are auto-billed from my card. And so if they are, then it goes to this flow, which is here it's called, it says paid. So if it's paid, then it uploads it to a Drive folder that's called paid May 2024, for example. And then when it's added, then it updates the database that it's added to Drive. And then here is an API request to my financial software, which is not QuickBooks for now. And then if that's the case, then it updates a row in the database and it moves the email from the first step to a different folder in my Gmail inbox, so that I know that this email has been taken care of, and it then updates the database. So this is the same flow for not paid, and then these two flows are actually for paid and not paid, but these are for invoices that I cannot categorize. So in these cases, in this Excel file, there is a category provided that I've set beforehand. And in these cases, there is no category because these probably are some other invoices that I'm not getting every month. So because of that, I will not get to pick the category, and I'm fine with that, basically, because you don't need a category for everything. So this is a short overview of how it works. Let me know if you've liked it. Let me know what more would you like to see. In the first link below, you can actually see the website and either do it for yourself or book a call with me so I can build this for you. Or if you don't want to save yourself time and the pain of managing these documents, you can go to the website, scroll down, and add yourself to the email list and get tips on automation and AI. That's it. See ya.